Good morning and welcome to VLOG16. It's Monday the 2nd of December, and let's start the week with just a quick roundup of the store figures. So we're currently sitting at 291,000 parts in the store, just about. Now that is an increase of 35,000 over last week. So that was sort of primarily some really big bulk uploads that I'd managed to get done mainly yesterday, and I think one earlier on in the week, which it might sound a lot, but to be honest it was quite straightforward when you're uploading lots and lots of 1x1s, dots, tiles, plates, where some of the quantities were in the thousands. So it was quite straightforward to reach, to be quite honest, and that was sort of most of yesterday. So 290,000, it's the largest the store's ever been, and it's great to see it still growing. So I'm quite happy with that. In terms of lots, we're at 12,482, and that's only an increase of 40 lots from last week. So it's great to see the part count going up, but the lot count has slowed down a little bit. But I think that's just the luck of the draw. I know there's still a lot more lots in the Brick Arena stock that we don't have in the store. But as I keep working my way through, the really useful draws, the lot count isn't really there at the moment. I suppose when I get back to doing more of the Rayco units, the lot count should start to increase. So in terms of orders, we're at 8835. So it was a quiet week last week. That's only 19 orders. Like I say, a kind of blessing in disguise with me not feeling very well. Number of fans is still 158 and feedback still 99.9. Just on feedback, we're at 4,928. And that's an increase of only 8 on last week. So 19 orders, 8 feedback. So it really did slow down. YouTube, ticking along nicely. We're now at 537 subscribers. We keep sort of monitoring the monetization, so we're still a little bit away from earning anything from YouTube. That might be more near Christmas, I think, maybe in the new year. So overnight, in terms of orders, there was just a couple that came in that I've already picked. Just one small order here for a panel, and then this customer's kind of wiped me out with these bionicle ball joints. Nice to see, because that clears up a couple of drawers, so that always helps. I don't know if you could just see then on my desk, I'm just working my way, or creating another brick store file. I've started to just try and get some of these cleared off the desk. The office feels like it's just a bit of a mess at the moment. I put some orders in at lego.com, which were delivered last week. Primarily sets for East Midlands Lego hire, but the gift with purchases are all just sort of dumped everywhere, and I've got a Titanic set here that needs checking. I've just got stuff and bits everywhere. So I'll make a bit of a mission this week to try and get the office into some sort of reasonable state. I do need to go down to the container. I've now sort of cleared up most of the stuff that came out in the previous trip, which was now, it feels like it was a couple of weeks ago now since I've been. And get some more drawers and some more bits and pieces. So I've got that to do this week as well, and do a video on the new website. I might try and do that tonight, actually. I'll see how I feel later, see how my voice is. So it's hopefully back to normal this week, back to a full vlog, I hope. So let's see how we get on this week, and it's great to be back. Well, it's Monday evening, and I've just finished picking the orders that have come in today, just 3 of them so far. This first order is from some of these black 1B4 B3 bricks, and then the second order here, I believe this was from the Sonic set, part of the other minifigure, I think. So I think there's a couple of bits in there that are part of that. And then we've just got some other new sort of modified plates and a couple of tiles, and then these are sort of inverted slope plates. The largest order of the day was this one. Nice because some new minifigure for, I think it was series 616, I think they were from. Again from Brick Arena, and then a couple of city minifigures in there. Carrying on with the minifigures, we've got this little micro. Were they called micro figures? I can't really remember, but a couple of heads in there as well. And then just a selection of new tiles and bricks. So overall, a really good value order. So I'm pleased about that. So just those 3 orders to go out. I have finished off a brick store file that I'm just about to upload. Now, it's probably been a while since I've uploaded a file on the vlog. Now normally I'd be looking at a list of stores sorted by the number of lots, which is this view here, and as you can see, I'm down here at the bottom of page 2. I think previously I was at the top of page 3, so moving up, it does mean I'm in the top 100 stores in the UK in terms of lot count. But this tab is based on the number of parts. Where am I? Here I am. So approaching halfway, I think, halfway up the list, again on page 2, which again means I'm in the top 100 in terms of the number of parts. Now that's the one that's going to really sort of change quite a bit. I mean, I'm at 290,000. There's still 530,000 parts to get from the Brick Arena stock, so I can see that changing quite a lot over the next few months. So let's upload this file. What have we got in here? We've got 2,768 parts, 62 lots, and this was emptying out some of those WAM storage containers that were just sort of getting in the way a little bit in my office. So I think they're all done. It was a whole mixture of parts. So let's try and do the driving one-handed. Paste that in, and then we'll just verify. Scoot down to the bottom. So we should be at 2,768, 62 lots, and we'll get that uploaded. And let's just see what difference that has. So that's where we were, 290,000. Let's refresh. Yeah, that's moved us up another couple of places. Now at 293,000. In terms of the lot count, where were we? We were down here, 12,477. Moved us up one place, and we've just gone over the 12,500 lots. So hopefully, you know, if I can keep adding, you know, just a few thousand parts each day and increase that lot count, we should start to, you know, slowly move up the lot count list, instead of what was happening before, kept dropping down to the top of page 3 and then moving up and then dropping down. But that's what happens when you get your sales. Just in something else I've been doing, something a bit different. We've been sorting out some of the used bulk, getting it ready for washing, and we came across this. There was a set of drawers which seemed to be colour sorted, but it was just used. So we've chucked that in to be washed. But then this drawer, I just thought it was going to be old grey. But as I started to look through it, I recognised some of these shapes, you know, and realised that what we had was some of the vintage Lego space. Now, if I show you that in the light, you can see it's absolutely mint. Now some of the parts, you know, were a bit chewed, some of the grey stuff, but what seems to be the most expensive parts just seem to be in really, really good condition. So when it comes to sort of a nice find in your bulk, this is definitely one of the nice finds. I'm pretty sure, I mean, even that, yeah, that's not bad. There's an old glass panel. Yeah, there we go, LL918. And again, just try and get that in the light a little bit. You can see it's really good, hardly any surface scratches. So, absolutely brilliant. I've not been through the whole of this. I've just seen this. Now there's two different types to this one, but you can tell the rare one because it has no hole through the middle. It's blocked off. It's hard to tell on camera, but that definitely has no hole all the way through. So that is the original space stand, and that's worth at least £1, I think. Maybe a bit more. I can't remember. Are there any other bits in here? I've just seen it. No, that's not printed. I just found the other. It's there in the corner. That's the other one of the LL918 bricks. Well, it's got a couple of marks on it, but still really good condition. Fortunately, sometimes you also get the odd bit of discoloured, so that'll go in a reject box. But yeah, I'll have a bit of a route through on that. I'll take out the bits that I don't want to put through to wash, just because there's no point creating unnecessary scratching on them. You know, if they don't need cleaning or anything like that. Some of the other stuff does look a bit grubby, so that'll get washed. But yeah, some nice finds in there. I'll add that to my used sort of pile to get uploaded. So what's on for this evening? A few little tasks to get sorted this evening. Got to take my lad out to one of his clubs. A little bit of work to do on the running club website that I volunteer for. And I've got a whole list of things to do with the new website. I was going to do some recording on that tonight, but I'm going to have to move that, I think, till tomorrow. There's just one little thing that I just want to sort out before I do any video, and so keep watching the vlog to find out more about that. And yeah, if I do get any spare time after that, I'm going to start working my way through one of these Rayco units and try and clear some space up. We're away this weekend. I've got to, well, not got to, I'm taking my wife away for the weekend. It's our wedding anniversary, so there won't be any more vlogging after Thursday, I think. Got a long weekend away. I'll probably even close the store, maybe. Might have a think about that. We'll see how the revenue is for the first part of the week, because last week we were a bit down, but we'll see. So I'm going to try and cram in as much as I can in the next sort of few days. So let's get cracking. Good evening. It's still Monday, and I'm just dealing with the next task. Now, as I add more and more stock from Brick Arena into my own, I'm obviously running out of storage space. Now, in my new section I've still got quite a few part empty drawers. I've still got space in the really useful drawers, and I've still got bits of capacity in other places. There's other drawers that are empty. There are lots of other part drawers over on the other wall. But what I'm running out of is just empty drawers of this size. So I spoke about it earlier. I've stacked a couple of the 60 drawer units on top of each other just over here. They are loose. I've got no plans to attach them to the wall. But what I need to do next is get them labelled. Now, I was experimenting with an order where I changed the location of the part to see what it would do in terms of the picking order, but I think once an order's been placed, it doesn't matter if you change your location, it won't actually affect the order that's been placed. So my test didn't work. But what I'm thinking of doing is, on this side we end here on W15, and then we start again on the other side of the room over here. This one is W16. So what I thought of doing was something like W15A would mean this rack, and hopefully that will work in sequence. I can't test it, but I think that should work. So I have covered this before. I use the Avery website and Avery labels. I have said before that you can buy cheaper labels online through eBay, but I just found them not quite as good as the genuine article. So you can buy Avery labels from Amazon, and the ones that I'm using are the L656. You get 84 labels on a sheet, and each sheet is A4, so it just fits nicely into a standard laser printer. These are designed especially to be printed on a laser printer, so the stickers don't come off or anything like that as they go through the rollers with the heat and everything. You can see they're jam free, so they work really well. So like I said, 84 on a sheet. So Avery also provide free of charge the software that you need to produce the labels. So I've just logged in. I just went to the avery.co.uk website. Yep. But they're global, and they'll have I presume maybe different standards for different parts of the world. But for now, we'll just carry on with what I've got. So once you're logged in, it's the Avery design and print service that you need. And this is one of my saved, I'm not quite sure why is the camera not focusing? I'll move it back a little bit, that'll be annoying. So this is one of my saved jobs from last time. You can see it was W00 was the suffix, the prefix, sorry. So over on the left hand side, if you select the 123 icon for sequential numbering, you get to choose from either numbers or letters. You can then have a start and end range, an increment, the number of leading zeros, and then this prefix. So like I said, I've always done mine in sort of columns. So I've got 22, I think it is, yeah, 22 different columns for the first part of this. So we're going to change that now from W00 to W15, and I'm going to add an A. And then my first number, I want it to be a 1. The end value needs to be 120. We're going to go up in ones, and I've chosen the 3 leading zeros. That gets you this 00 at the beginning. So so that it always goes up from 001 all the way to 120. So once you've done that, you hit this button, edit sequential numbers, and that will populate the first sticker with the first number. So as you can see there, that's worked absolutely fine. It generates the rest of the numbers automatically. You can just see over here on the right hand side there's a bit of a preview, and that'll have numbers from 1 to 84 on the first sheet and from 85 to 120 on the second sheet. So all you got to do then is position your text within the safety area. Now this is them saying that if you print the numbers too large, they won't print correctly on your sticker. Now when I used this last time, I had to print it slightly bigger just to make them fit better. It didn't overprint, so that's why you're seeing this warning on the screen already. But I'm just going to close that. I mean, it's a simple matter of sort of dragging and dropping the text to get that to fit, but I'm not going to move that at the moment. It's I think where I need it to be. When you're ready, it's just preview and print, and there you go. You can see the 1 to 84 on page 1, and then there's your 85 to 120 on page 2. Nice big option to print now. I always save it, so W15A, just in case you need to go back and reprint a label or anything. You don't want to sit here and regenerate them. And again, it's just free to save in your own account. So that's that saved. And then you simply get this option to open a PDF, and that should open automatically within Adobe. And it's on my other screen. I can't drag it because straight away what happens is the print dialog opens up. So let's just select the HP printer, and I've got to test my memory now. I think it's actual size you leave it on. I don't think there's any need to change it to custom. Let me just check because I remember there being kind of helpful there. Make sure you've chosen actual size and not fit to page. I remember that there was always something like that. So there you go, it's set on actual size. So I've got my stickers in already. Now my particular printer, they go face up, and with this text at the bottom. When I did this originally, I just used plain paper. I put a note on the plain paper to say, you know, face up or something like that, let it print, and then when you finish you can see which way round it printed, and you can then tell which is the correct way to put your labels in. So once you're ready, get it printed. It'll take a few seconds for my printer to connect up to the Wi-Fi. Here's where I've just got to cross my fingers that I've done that correctly. It has been a while. I don't do this very often. So that's just connected. I'm just going to put the camera down again. And there we go. And they are all absolutely spot on. Printed within, it's probably hard to tell actually on the camera, but printed all within the actual sticker, even down to the bottom. Alright, so that's worked out really well. So I'm very pleased with that. Now obviously that's just the draw number. The next thing to do is got to do the barcode. So I'll just go to done on that one. Close that down, and then I'm going to open a previous one. So this particular one here is where we've got the barcode label. So let's open that one up. And again, if we go to QR, no, I think you have to select it first. Oh, getting a warning. And then if we edit the code and then edit again, so what you've got is exactly the same as before, just presented slightly differently. So we've got the starting value, the end value, so we know that needs to be 120. The increment is 1, the leading zeros is still 3. Our prefix needs to be W15A. Okay, so that matches the settings that we did earlier. We press next, and what we have to then do, I always leave it on code 128, but we do this drag and drop. I think it was it as simple as that? No, that's not worked. Let's try again. Oh, that's right. I think we have to update the preview. There we go. So it's now generated the first barcode, and we can see underneath W15A-001. So that obviously matches the main label, and then the barcode has been generated. So press finish, and you get the same thing again. You get this safety area, then you have to move the barcode label around. Now, this particular one from memory, it helps to make the barcode as sort of big as you can without cutting off the number. And again, I always remember that the number does go over this safety area. The bit about the top of the barcode is irrelevant, because if they chop the top of this barcode off, it won't make any difference. Because the barcode reader, the scanner, just needs the sort of middle bit. It's fine. But I think that's okay. Let's preview that. It's too hard to tell really, but again, you can see at the top, if I can get it close enough, W15A001, and then right down at the bottom, in fact, I've just realised you can zoom in, W15A084, and on page 2 it goes up to 120. So that's all good. So I'll just get another couple of sheets. Let's get these loaded in the printer. Apologies you can't see this. Now it is worth spending just a little bit of time just making sure that your paper, your stickers, are in nice and straight. Okay, last thing you want to do is print the labels out and the bottom ones are all off to one side. So again, we're going to print now. Let's save the project, and I call it W15A. Save to my account. Open the PDF, and then straight away it wants to print. So chosen the printer, we're still on actual size. Let's print. And let's see how we get on with those. And those are all perfect again. Again, it's hard to tell. There you go, that's a bit better. So they've all printed absolutely fine within the boundaries of the sticker. Alright, and there we go. So that's 120 new stickers for 120 new drawers. So I'll stick those on as I use the drawers. I won't sit here and just sort of do them. I'll just use them as and when. Right, so hopefully that was useful. Of course, there are other ways of generating barcode labels and stickers. That's just the way I found of doing them. To be honest, it was a lot of trial and error the first time I did it, but it's one of those things. It's worth spending the time to get it right, and then afterwards it's really, really quick and really, really simple. But if you've got any comments or questions, pop them down below. Good evening. It's Tuesday evening. It's quite late on now. I've had a very, very busy evening tonight. Although you can still hear it in my voice, I'm starting to feel a lot better. and my energy levels are rising, so I've been able to sort of do quite a few different things tonight. The first thing I want to talk about is I've just recorded the video to launch BrickMetrics. So hopefully by the time you see this vlog, you'd have already seen the video launching BrickMetrics.co.uk. So that's the new site, which is a really useful site for part out values and other kind of metrics to do with your parts. So I'm not going to talk about it too much right now in this vlog. Obviously there is a separate video, so do go and watch it. But I recorded that this evening. I'm just catching up with Kiwi Brick Exchange from New Zealand. Again, because I've not been well, I seem to have fallen behind a little bit with the other vlogs, so I'm just having a catch up. I'm just about to start his latest one. So if you are watching, great content once again, keep up the good work. I also managed to get a trip out to the container, just because I was in the area and it felt like I should pick up some extra stuff. So because of the size of my car, I'm only bringing back just a few of these trays that you can see here in front of me, and maybe like one box of the bulk. So certainly not like ramming the car or anything like that. So just a few of the trays. It just sort of helps out, and I can keep on top of it then, and I'm not causing too much mess in the house. But the sort of exciting thing is that you know, for a change, I've managed to find something different than just parts, and it looks like I've stumbled across the drawers of minifigures, and I've got 3 of them here. I haven't got any idea at the moment whether these are used or new, a mixture. To be fair, these look like some other sort of smaller sets and dimensions stuff in here, so this could be used. This one, there's a potential that this is new, but obviously I'll check when I look at the Brick Store file. Now, in terms of minifigure storage, I actually store them, the new ones, in a very similar way to how Keith did from Brick Arena. I have them in bags. I have the bags labelled up, and inside each one is a separate bag for each complete minifigure. Yes, you do have to do a bit of searching in your drawer, but once you've found them, you know, it's really easy just to get the minifigure out. Now, I've had mine stored over here in that set of drawers. We'll just wait for the camera to stop having a wobbly. Now, I've done it that way since I bought my first store, okay, which it was probably about 18 months ago now, and I've just adopted that way because that's how he did it. So these drawers, there's 8 of them in total, contain minifigures, all bagged up like I've just described, and I think they're in sort of themes, to be quite honest, some City, Star Wars, Marvel, that kind of thing. But the the very bottom 2 drawers contained just bags of parts. Now, I've emptied out one of them, but this one down here, and rather awkwardly, they don't actually pull out. But this one contains a load of parts that I don't ever remember selling any of them at all, ever. And like I said, I've had the store now for about 18 months. So they look to me like they're part of the flower ranges. I don't know much about them. But I jumped on Bricklink. I took one of those parts and I went to check what sets they were. And it came up with set number 10280. So I've put that into BrickMetrics, and I've already rechecked all the sell-through rates. But as I scroll down through the parts, any figures in red means I'm too cheap, and any figures in amber means I'm too expensive. And I'm pretty sure there was a few of them that threw up a few surprises that I was far too expensive. This one here, a Hero Factory weapon, but it's in sand green. You know, I'm 10 pence a part too expensive, so I've got them on at 20p. There should be about 10 pence. But some others I'm a little bit too cheap. That's by a penny. Some of these aren't too bad. Again, pennies, half pennies, couple of pence, couple of pence, couple of pence. And then this one here, this is an orange wedge, 4B3. I'm 8 pence too expensive, but again, the piece is only worth 8 pence, so I'm more than double the average. And that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot to be out by. Another piece here, I'm nearly 5 pence too expensive. Yeah, I think this was the one I saw earlier. So this is a dinosaur wing in dark green. I've got them on currently for 42 pence. The current average is 17 pence. And it has a sell-through rate of 2%. It's a really, really, really slow seller. And I don't think I'm going to sell any at 42 pence. So BrickMetrics is recommending I drop the price down to 15 pence. I've got 9 of them. And there's there's a few others here that are, again, I'm just too expensive. So I'm going to use BrickMetrics now to go through and just update all of those prices and reset them all, using the suggested margin, the suggested price, I should say, not margin, suggested price, and get them all reset. And hopefully it might actually, push some sales of those items. We'll see. Right, that's done. That's all the prices reset for that set. So that just shows you how easy it is to use BrickMetrics. So what else have we been doing? We've had 3 orders tonight. I'll just move these back. These are the 4 trays, by the way. These are all minifigures. Minifigure parts, I should say. I think these were the drawer or sort of storage units that Keith was using for organising and sorting out used minifigures. There's all sorts of stuff in there. I saw some minifigures that have seen better days, but there were other minifigure parts, legs, torsos that were absolutely fine. Lots and lots of accessories in there. So I will sort of combine that in with my own stuff, my own minifigure stuff. But I'll probably continue to use these really useful boxes because they're, I think, a little bit better than what I've got mine in. But I probably won't spend too much time on that because I think there's other stuff that we just need to get out of the container. So that'll be a matter of just sort of sorting out somewhere to store them for now. So sorry, let me get back to the 3 orders. I'll start with the smallest one. Just an order here for a minifigure accessory and a couple of sort of hinge parts. This was a rather unusual order. Again, parts that you never really see sell very often. It's a Bionicle accessory in there. And then this, there's some printed 1x1 round tiles in there, black and white. Looks like that's going to make up something. Not quite sure what. Maybe it's something to do with an advent calendar. I don't know. The largest order of the day, a regular customer I've featured orders from this customer before. It's the customer that wants each individual lot bagged up separately, which, as I've said before, I'm more than happy to do because I've still got lots and lots of poly bags to get through. You can see them all sort of stacked over here, and that's only part of it. There's loads more upstairs, but you know, I want to get them all used up. So there's all sorts of stuff in here. They're all for different kind of mocks, which is why he wants the parts all separate. You know, nice to see those go. I only listed those the other day from the Brick Arena stock. So yeah, all sorts of bits and pieces in there. Now the only thing I noted on the order, let's see if I can do this, is the printout. The printout's gone wide, which is how they used to print out a long time ago. Yeah, I can show you this order. This order, you can see it's printed out narrow. And I remember when it changed to this narrow look, a lot of people complained. I know a lot of people on the forums were talking about it, and they didn't like it because, you know, you probably get less on a page. But this order printed out in the old wide version, and I don't know why. There's nothing different about it. It's not the payment method or anything. So, I don't really know. Bit weird, but I suppose these things happen with web development. So, yeah, that's where I am. I'm not going to... Well, I'll see how much more I can get done tonight. It is getting quite late. I can always catch up with Kiwi Brick Exchange on another evening. So I will get cracking on, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, it's Wednesday evening, and I've just finished sort of putting together another brick store file with the minifigures that I mentioned yesterday. I've emptied out one of the drawers and got all of this out of them. They were all new, all present and correct. But what I have done is I've labelled up each bag. That was a bad example. There we go. Labelled up each bag with the actual minifigure number, just to make it easier when I pick. Because hopefully these are going to sell really quickly, but we'll see. But there's I can just show you that 140 minifigures, 44 different minifigures with a value of £335 thereabouts. So I've got to finish off the file, obviously, update the pricing, and then get them all put away, and they'll all hopefully there's enough room in these drawers and I'll get them all fitted in. But it was fairly quick to get that put together. I'm not sure if I'll have much time tonight to do any more. Got to start prepping for the weekend. What else have we done? So first thing this morning, I uploaded the video launching the BrickMetrics website, so that went onto YouTube first thing, and it's had a great response. I'm kind of blown away a little bit, really happy. We've attracted a couple more paying customers, which is brilliant. Lots of people have signed up for the free version, and hopefully once they've used it a few times, they'll upgrade to the the paid version. I do have a little bit of work to do in that area to try and make the upgrade path a little bit easier. But if anyone's watching and they are using the free version, and they want to upgrade to the standard version, just drop me a message. You can email me at support@brickmetrics.co.uk. You can comment on the vlog. You can comment on the launch video for BrickMetrics. You can find me on Facebook. There's a BrickMetrics Facebook page. So there's lots of different ways to get in touch. But just drop me a message, and I'll make some changes so that you can upgrade your account to the standard package. It's only $9.99 a month, but it's really worthwhile. So that's a quick update for now. There has been a few orders which I'm just in the middle of picking, so I'll show you them later on. And I've had another delivery from Lego, which means this pile over here is just getting out of hand a little bit. I do need to go and sort that lot out. So that's it for now. I best get cracking. Good morning, it's Thursday, and for me I think this is the final working day of the week. Like I said at the start of the vlog, I'm away for the weekend with the wife, celebrate a certain wedding anniversary. So these are the orders that came in last night, and a couple of them have come in overnight, so I'll just give you a quick run through. This order has got some dragon wings in them. This came out of a bulk lot. I listed them probably about a month and a half ago. Not Brick Arena stock though. This is Brick Arena stock. 8 pieces of curved track, brand new, and just some other bricks in there. What are these? Minifigure hats. One minifigure in here. ACU trooper or something like that. Just a small parts order there. Largest order of the day was this one. A couple of large 8x16 and 6x16 plates. Some bricks, some windows, and just a mixture of other sort of new parts in there. And then we've just got a couple of Technic cylinders in line, unusual colour for those, but they're going over to America. So I'll get all those packed up now. So 8 orders, oh, is it 8? 3, 4, 5, 7 orders. All of them on Bricklink, not a single order on BrickOwl. So again, BrickOwl's gone a bit quiet. Now overnight I've had another few people sign up to BrickMetrics, Australia this time, so I think word is definitely getting out, so it's really good to see. Bit more feedback about the site, all positive, all good. Some new requests coming in for some new features, but there is a premium version in the works that does allow you to look at your entire inventory and not just by set. The challenge there though, of course, is that some stores have got quite a high number of lots, and when you're viewing your inventory through the web browser, of course the page has to sort of display, you know, thousands upon thousands of lots. Now it's a web browser, so unfortunately that does slow down the page quite considerably. So I'm looking at a way of displaying that obviously by pages, but then how do we update? So that's a challenge I've got, which, you know, we'll overcome. We'll find a way. But I think being honest, I think the premium version is probably going to be January, just simply because there's quite a bit of coding to sort out, but also I don't want to just rush it. I want to make sure it all works. You know, luckily my store is quite large now, so it's a good place to test it. But yeah, watch out for that. That's hopefully coming in the new year. Plus there'll be some other features in there that are pretty wicked. So quite excited about that. So I think that's it. I'm going to wrap up. I'll do a normal day's work today. I probably won't do much tonight because we need to pack and get ready for tomorrow and make sure the kids all get sorted out and everything. So if you've made it this far in the vlog, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, give us a like and don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to check out BrickMetrics if you're a Bricklink seller. BrickMetrics.co.uk. There is a free version. Get yourself signed up. Have a look at it, at the features. I think at $9.99 for the standard version, it's well worth it. So again, thanks very much, and I'll see you on the next vlog.